Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Welcome to MYSD Spectrum. Of course, this show is a platform where we shine a spotlight on the impactful work of the Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development. As Haile Selassie I once said, throughout history, it has been the inaction of those who could have acted, the indifference of those who should have known better, and the silence of the voice of justice when it mattered most. And that has made it possible for evil to triumph. In Lagos State, the government has taken very proactive steps to protect its most vulnerable citizens, particularly focusing on children. And the state is working tirelessly to prevent, child abuse and support families in need and every other thing in between. Today, we'll be shining our spotlight on the critical work of the Family Social Services Unit, which, of course, is a subset, a unit within the Social Welfare Department. We'll be discussing their role in this resolving custody disputes, addressing child neglect, determining paternity. I know a lot of people will, love to talk about that and hear about that. We'll also be highlighting, the importance of reporting child abuse, and also, we'll see the resources available to families in need. So I just have one request. I want you to join me as we tune into the MYSD Spectrum and we celebrate the efforts of the Lagos State government in promoting a safer and more supportive community for all. My name is Akan Usen, welcoming you to the show. With us in the studio from the FSS, as it is called, Family Social Services Unit of the Social Welfare Department Unit of the Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development. We have two guests. First, from my right, his left, we have, or rather his right and my left, Mr. Kayode Olusesan. He is the Deputy Director and Head of FSS Group 3. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so I'd love for you to come closer to the microphone so you don't have to bend every time I ask you a question. Also, he's not alone. We have Mrs. Amudalat Adebowale. She is the Deputy Director and Head of FSS Group 2. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So I hope traffic wasn't much of a bother coming in for both of you. Okay,
No.
Great. So today we're going to just, it's apparent that we have been here. We've talked about your unit before, and there was a lot of interest, and when you when there's a lot of interest, you have to come back again, and we have to really harp on that and hit it while the iron is hot. But for the purposes of those who perhaps do not have a very firm grasp of what your unit does, what your unit handles, let's do the ladies first. Mrs. Adebowale, could you just introduce the Family Social Services Unit and its specific role within the Department of Social Welfare? Let's just talk about your key areas of focus.
Yes, thank you. Family Social Service Unit is a unit under the Social Welfare Department.
Yes.
It's a unit with 26 outside office in the local government and LCDAs.
26?
Yes, we have it in local government and LCD. We are reaching out to the grassroots.
Okay.
Is a unit that focuses on family matters.
Okay.
Family is the bedrock of every society.
Indeed.
Like I said,
It's the building block.
Yes, the building block, and everything about the family social service centers around the families, and is the gateway. The Family Social Service Unit is the gateway to the ministry services. Well, and it centers around, we have family matters, on the family disputes.
Family
disputes. We have maintenance matters. We have.
When you say maintenance matters, what does that really mean?
Yes, maintenance matters is when couples are it's under the family and matrimonial issues.
Okay.
Where parties. That's when we resolve. After resolving the issue, then we now agreed on a reasonable amount of money
to be paid to
maintain the children and the family.
Okay.
Before any family cannot hold without children. It's the children that are in there that is the key a most important aspect of our work, because every child matters, and we don't want any child in Lagos State to suffer. So that is why the state governments have made it a priority to see that every child in the state is well cared and catered for. So when there are issues in the family, there are areas there where to come to where it can be addressed properly before it escalates. Because if it is not properly addressed, there's going to be issue in the society. So we have cases of custody and access. When it is only when it is not being resolved in the office that we now refer to the court. Like I said, we have the family court, which is a specialized court for children's matter.
Okay, so that's the family court?
Yes.
They handle only such issues.
When the matters could not be resolved in the office. There are matters like that are resolved, but when it cannot be resolved, then it will refer it to the family court, where it will be argued in court.
In court, okay. Yeah. Mr.
And then, we have other cases on juvenile matters.
Okay, that's also under your purview.
Under our purview. Okay. We have child abuse cases that are being reported within the community. We have children that are in conflict.
Child abuse, that's like child abuse. So a child who perhaps...
A child that was being maltreated, neglected. Okay. So they reported them to the unit. You know, we are closer to the community. And so once it is reported, then we take charge. We have another sister unit that we do the rescue and the lights. But because we are close to the community, they reported directly to the family social service before we then the all other steps will be taken.
Okay.
So we have children that are in conflicts with the law. Maybe these are children that maybe they go against the extant rules of the society. Children that maybe they prefer, they steal, or some children that are beyond parental control. There are children that are beyond their parents, their parents don't know on how to go about their attitude. So they have to bring them to the social welfare or family social services units in our local government and SCDA for counseling. Predominantly, we did a lot of counseling for those children so that they will not start engaging in antisocial behavior. Like the rise in drugs abuse, in some other rape, stealing, pilfering. The rate of peer influence in the society is really affecting the youth of the state. And we have to, we always reach out to them by counseling and letting them know the importance of their life so that their life not gets ruined. Because we believe every child matters here in Lagos State.
So the juvenile centers, are they under your purview too?
The juvenile centers are not under our purview.
Okay.
We have another unit, but we work hand in hand.
Okay.
Because every child that has been placed in any of their correctional centers, that's what we want to say.
Yes.
Correctional centers.
Yeah, correctional centers.
We did the social inquiry.
Okay, that's the correct.
Yes, it's correctional centers. Yes, we have a special correctional center and we have a correctional centers, which is primarily for reformative and correctional services. So any child that has been placed in any of these correctional centers, the family social service officers will do a social inquiry, in-depth inquiry on each of those children, because you can't just leave those children in there. They have a limit for them, and so that we'll be able to decide on the best disposition for these children before we go to court.
Amazing. Your unit does quite a lot of work. Mr. Olusesan, I'll be turning my attention to you. Okay, so I'm just thinking, can you take us through the process of, how do you assess and intervene in cases of child neglect? And, let's just take us through that. How does that work?
When you say child neglect, it's the same thing as maintenance matter.
Okay.
The fact remains that either of the party, either the man or the woman, will have to come to the welfare office. When you say neglect,
they do the reporting.
They do the reporting.
So an outsider cannot come and report?
No.
Okay.
The fact remains that probably the couple has separated. And in a situation whereby they could not, in a situation whereby probably the lady had left with 2 children, After 6 months, 1 year, the man did not look back whether to take care of the child or not. The lady could come. Please, I left his house a year ago with 2 children, and he never bothered to know how they fare, feed, or the issue of schooling. So it behoves on the welfare office that the lady has reported to invite him and sit with both parties.
How do you do an invitation? Is it by letter? By what's the channel of communication?
We have letter of communication. We have letter of invitation,
Okay.
and one could call the man directly on his phone.
Okay.
I do that a lot.
Have there been instances where they do not want to come, or maybe the person is in another state?
I believe it depends on the officer in charge.
Okay.
The way he or she handles the matter from the onset.
Okay.
But in a situation whereby the man refuses to come, the unit in charge will make sure that the invitation sent to that particular person is about 3. The first one, the second time, the third time. The office, the unit needs to escalate.
Okay.
That is as if we are having a difficult client on our hand. So you don't advise the lady. It's as if your husband is stubborn. Probably approach the family court, and there's no way court will invite you, and you'll not go.
Okay, so the family court, that's where the hammer comes in. Okay. So that's the process. That's how it works. Okay, so do you collaborate with other, when in the process of this, how do you collaborate with other agencies or organizations, to...
Yes, because the welfare offices cannot do it alone.
Yes,
the
of course.
Police is there.
Okay.
Mirabel, when it comes to probably sexual abuse cases, take them to Mirabel. Then any other, there are some NGOs that one could liaise with.
Okay.
But the main focus is the well-being of the child or children involved, so that at the end of the day, they will not be the one that will suffer. Okay. So there are collaboration for the police, the child protection agencies, Mirabel, which has to do with text when it's necessary, not gathered evidence in case the matter will be escalated.
Okay. All right. So what role does the Family Social Services Unit play in resolving custody and access disputes between couples, the man and the wife, particularly through the family courts?
Thank you. Before any matter is taken to the family court, we always have what we call a meeting.
A meeting between both parties.
With both parties.
Okay.
We try to do mediation. We did a lot of mediation and counseling. We did this so that they will understand that this is not about them, but about the welfare and well-being and the future of these children. We need to let them know so that these children will not be psychologically demoralized, so that these children will be able to focus and develop properly. So when one party, because the law, we have the child rights law, when one party has custody, it behoves on the other to give access to the other party. They arrange access on each party. It can be weekend access, it can be holidays access, it can be during the festivals access, and the school access to is there. But when we discover there are issues regarding one couple that has custody and the other one not having access, and we have to look for the best interest of that child.
So at the heart of it all,
so when these things now gets to that level, we have to see to it that the matter is escalated to the family court. The family court is a specialized court that does primary or matters regarding children.
So if I get you correctly, you try to exhaust all available options before taking it to the family court.
Before taking it to family court for proper adjudication. Because we cannot decide on who, and we cannot force. We are not enforcement agents, but we mediate. Our mediation process, when we now exhausted, then the matter will be escalated to the family court. The family court will get the social welfare office in the Family Social Service Unit involved. We now give our own report of what we have done so far at the units before the matter gets to court. So we can then be ordered, the court ordered, that go and do maybe another assessment or social inquiry on both parties before the court now decide on what to do in regards to the children. But no, upon it all, the best interest of the child is always
paramount at the center
forever. Yes.
Amazing. Okay, so I have a question. Although, okay, for those who want to send questions or those who want to call in to ask questions, 091-538-77127. That's our number. You can also send a WhatsApp message to 080-991-20777. Okay, this person says, what if in a situation where the person, I think the person means where the parent is deemed unfit to take care of the child. I think that's what the person is trying to say. You didn't give me your name, but have there been instances where the person is deemed unfit to take care of the child?
Yeah, if I may comment.
Yes.
That means it has to do with mandatory reporter.
Okay.
A mandatory reporter happens to be probably a guardian or a neighbor that knows exactly what is going on in that house. So he or she could come over. Please, I could observe something with my neighbor. Can you please investigate? So we have officers. Since it falls within that jurisdiction, to make an impromptu visit and find out. And he has the power to rescue such child into protective custody. But first thing first, the officer needs to involve the police in that area. Please, I want to rescue a particular girl, 9-year-old from so place. Why? He will have stated all things that he has seen.
So first you do the investigation.
Yes, before the rescue is done.
So in such a case, what are the alternatives? What are the alternatives you will explore in such a situation?
Well, the first thing is probably one could call that the whole family. That, since this child is not being well taken care of, is there any relation, any guidance somewhere that this child could go, could be with, go to school and live a better life? And if he says, well, he or she, he has somebody, then invite that person to our office to know whether it is genuine or not. But in a better situation, the better is to rescue that child into protective custody and then invite every family member to now assess them, which of you can adequately take care of this child, and then hand over such a child to the person that is deemed fit within the family setting.
Okay. Quick look at the traffic situation at this time around the Ebute-Iroakwangwa axis. CMS inwards of Offin Canal is a slow one due to market activities and high influx. Immediately after Offin Canal towards Eco Bridge by NEPA, it's good. Eco Bridge by NEPA inwards CMS is good. Carter Bridge inwards Ebute Market, Leventis all through UBA roundabout connecting in and outer Marina is good to go at the moment. It's slow on Broad Street to Akwangwa underneath the bridge to connect Offin Canal Market. For now, no impediments, and we have the traffic managers, very well placed doing the needful around that axis. Yes, today we have with us the team from the Family Social Services Unit of the Social Welfare Department right here at the Ministry of Youth and Social Development. Yes, and Mr. Kayode Olusesan and Mrs. Amudalat Adebowale have been doing justice to the topic. The focus has been on what they do right there at the unit. And now I'll just want to veer a bit, really interesting part of what your focus at your unit. I'm talking about paternity, here and there you hear people talking about DNA, paternity. So how does your unit handle cases where you have paternity disputes or denial, and what are the processes to, resolve this disputes? Who will take this? Okay, you take this, Mrs. Adebowale.
Yeah. There are cases of paternity disputes and denials, and it can only be resolved through the family courts.
Okay.
But when parties comes around, after our counseling, after the counseling, getting information from them, wants to know what happened, the background information, what happened, how did it started, where did it go wrong. Sometimes it can be a dispute between two men. Sometimes it can be a denial from one man. So when we have issues like that,
Between two men.
sure,
Okay.
yes, it happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one woman.
And one woman.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm
It
sure
can
at your
be,
units you experience a lot.
it can be a dispute or it can be a denier.
Okay.
So when we have cases of such and the matter is before us, after our counseling, after exhausting all assets, then we have to file the matter at the family court. Like I said, it's a specialized court for children's matter.
That handles such matters.
Born children, as provided by the child rights law. So the matter will be filed with our social inquiry investigation, and on the adjourned date, the matter will be presented before the magistrate.
Okay.
And there will be an order from the magistrate for both parties to go for the DNA. It just is a
Who
woman.
bears the cost though?
The two of them,
The two- okay,
both
the two
parties,
parties, okay.
yes, so that there won't be like unequal, like favoritism.
Yes.
You know, so both parties are going to be responsible for the financial aspect.
Okay.
And once the order is made, both parties, the man, the woman, the children, the social welfare officer will be at the forensic lab at the appointed time.
To get the results.
No, to do the test.
To do the test. Okay.
And when the
it has
test
to
is
be
done,
in your presence.
everybody have to be there so that you won't look as if there's hidden
Hanky-panky
agenda.
and all that.
Yeah. So when you have to get the results too, all parties will be there to get the report on the next adjourned date.
Okay.
So at the next adjourned date, when you take the report, everybody will be in the presence of everyone. You now take the report to court.
Okay.
So when you demand the report to be presented to the judge or the magistrate, and it will still be sealed
Yes.
to be shown to everyone before it is open, and whichever verdict that is there, you take it.
And the judge takes it from there.
They then take it from there. If it is a dispute, then we know who the father of the children with. Then the matter of maintenance, the matter of access or custody will be discussed. If it is a denier, the man needs to now know that he has to take responsibility of his child or children. Sometimes it can be twins.
How do you ensure that the child's well-being is protected in this entire process?
The child well-being, that is the reason why we have to go to court.
Okay.
We have to see to it that you have to maintain this child. You cannot leave this child starving. You cannot leave the child out of school. You cannot leave the child medical needs unattended to. Every right of the child must be implemented. That is why the Family Social Service Unit is there to protect this child or the children involved in every marriage. Because failure to do this may be a problem to everyone in the society, because a child that is not properly cared for, did not go for the school or learn a vocation, did not have maybe have health issues, something must happen. Something may erupt and make the child to more sickly. If a child is sickly and it's a sickness that can go viral, it can affect other children.
Yeah.
That is the reason why we have to step in. We have to see to it that this child gets proper medical education, this child go to school, this child is well fed, so that a child that is well fed will not steal, will not engage in antisocial
And not become a problem to society.
To me and you. Because I don't want, because every child matters. They are my future presidents, and I don't want to sit down here and allow my own future president to be disoriented.
Yes, amazing. Well, for every good work, we also have, for every action, there's an equal and opposite force. I know at this point in time, there might be challenges your unit faces. Mr. Olusesan, can we discuss the challenges your unit faces in resolving, we've talked about, children, conflict with the law, beyond control, family disputes, paternity matters, and all this. It's really a lot. Can we discuss the challenges your unit faces addressing this?
Right now, I can say boldly that the ministry is doing very well for family social services in terms of finances. But the fact remains that we still need more personnel. Because if you consider Lagos State with over 20 million population, and on daily basis,
and have more
they
people
do come
around.
Yes. And then you have had some officers that had resigned and traveled. So there's need for more personnel in order to deal with issues on ground.
So manpower is a major challenge. Okay, so so even as we bring things to a close, what advice would you give to parents or caregivers who may be struggling with issues, related to child neglect, custody, paternity disputes, and every other thing in between? Maybe recalcitrant children. What would you say to them?
Well, it's so simple. See things, speak out. You cannot just burden, you cannot just your feelings. You need to reach out, talk to neighbors. Please, I'm going through this. What can I do? And we have somebody probably in the neighborhood who had enjoyed the services of the welfare. Why don't you go to the nearest welfare office and lay your complaints? Probably she happens to be a single mother trying to take care of 4 children. Say, when will you continue doing all this? When the man is somewhere enjoying himself, take his matter to the welfare office. And when it gets there, I can assure you that such a person will have relief, because the welfare office will not let the matter go without being resolved. And so, in essence, is see things, speak out. You can't just burden, the feelings without sharing it with anybody. It can even lead to depression and suicide.
Mrs. Adebowale, how
However,
can... Yes, please.
However, there is need for good, proper parenting.
Proper parenting.
For the family units to be stabilized. Because most of the issues we're having is inadequate parenting. I will advise our parents, mothers, fathers, to be there, not to be essential. There's need for us to be there for those children. There's need for us to dare to encourage them so that they can be what we want them to be in future. That will help in building a stable society. In line with the Governor Sanwo-Olu Babajide plus teams that involve the vulnerable. It's not only a child that is fit. Yes. All the vulnerable children too needs to be properly and cared for, so that children will not just be neglected and they suffer without being cared for.
So how can one access the services you provide, the Family Social Services Unit? How can one access you? How do we reach out to you if we need to contact you?
Yeah, the fact remains that welfare offices are in the local government and LCDA.
Yes, 26, you said.
Yes. So if a particular person doesn't know, at least he or she will know where the local government is.
So if you walk into any of the local LGs or LCDAs?
Even if the welfare office outside, the office, especially HOD Agri, will tell you this is their office and this is their office, just go there. So, but that person needs to make the first move.
And once you get there, they will put you through on the steps to take.
Yes.
Exactly.
Great. It's been a great time on the show. We can go on, and that's the basic truth. But of course, we have to bring things to a close. Parting thoughts before we draw the curtains for today's edition of the show.
Well, I want to advise.
Yes.
I want to advise Lagosians.
Yes.
We are there to serve you. So it could be your neighbor that you observe. It could be anybody, even somebody close to you. Once you people know that, for this particular family, what is going through, you cannot resolve it, then reach out to government. Government is there to assist, because the main focus is to have a very stable family. When family is stabilized, the society will progress and develop.
We're rounding up, but we seem to have a call. Let's see if we can squeeze this in. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes, your name and location, please, quickly.
Yeah, my name is Blessing from Red Thomas.
All right, please go on.
Yeah, I want to book for a radio advert. We are having events coming up this Saturday.
Oh dear. Okay, so this is a live show, and we're talking to something totally unrelated. But thank you very much. Someone will reach out to you at the end of the show. Thank you. All right, she wants to book a radio advert. Most definitely, someone will reach out to you. But Mr. Adebowale, parting thoughts.
Well, my parting thought is that you speak up.
Okay.
And stand up.
Okay.
When you see something say something and do something.
And do something.
So-
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Adebowale, head of unit. Yes, head of unit FSS Group 2,
So-
and Mr. Kayode Olusesan, the deputy director and head of unit Group 3. Okay, I was going to ask, why do we have Group 2, Group 3, but we have run out of time.
Yes, it's Bile.
Yeah,
We have
okay,
5 units under the Bile.
So the 1, 2.
each
So
of
we
the
have
group
1, 2, 3.
for Ikeja,
Oh, great!
Badagry,
Amazing,
Lagos,
amazing.
Epe.
The fact remains that the units are grouped under each.
Of the
Ibile.
Bile.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much, dear listener. Thank you, my guests, and it's been great having you. Thank you, dear listener, for tuning into MYSD Spectrum. We hope you've gained valuable insights into the important work of the Family Social Services Unit and their role in supporting families and protecting children in Lagos State. Stay connected with us for more informative episodes and updates on the impactful work of the Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development. Until next time, thank you for listening to MYSD Spectrum. Bye for now.